RadioStyle. Hope everybody out there is having themselves a fantastic day. I am as well. Of course, I'm kind of titling this, I made my list. Now what? There you go. So we got another step, and I've got one more step coming up after this, but I'm personally actually still working on that step. So I will go ahead and try to push that one forward once I kind of got it figured out in my own world. It kind of makes it easier for me to talk about once I actually get it, right? So that's kind of how that's going. Dan RadioStyle is the channel, of course. Thank you for noticing that. And please, if you haven't subscribed, just subscribe. It's cool when I got some extra numbers down there. Even if you don't plan on ever listening to me, I still like the subscription. It's pretty groovy. So yeah, there's Dan RadioStyle. And of course, contact me at spiritradio.danstyle@gmail.com. And that should work out beautifully. And then, of course, all you people that are pretty much, I think a large portion of you guys are checking me out on Facebook. So thank you for doing that. The rest of you that don't check me out on Facebook, I've still got that sort of anonymity thing going for me. So that's a beautiful thing. Everyone else, yeah, you know who I am. Sorry. Anywho, so yeah, I already made my list. Now what? Now what do I do? Well, it's funny you should ask. Thank you for asking, in fact, because I have an answer for you. So, of course, on our last show, we talked about how you're going to put a list together, right, of like 20 or 30 things that are, potential streams of revenue or ways to create revenue in your life, things that you feel attached to, things that you are good at maybe, things that are, skill sets that you might be fostering, right? So these are the things we're talking about, and how you kind of go the next step. We're going to keep it short and simple like I've done before, or KISS, as they say is the rule, keep it simple, stupid. Right? That's my favorite thing. I break it frequently, mind you. But whatever the case is. Oh, yeah. And that was Stevie Wonder. Hold on to your dreams. There you go. Now the business is official. Okay, so you've got your list. You got your 20, 30 things. What you need to do now is you kind of go through them, and you start circling the ones that you kind of resonate with you, right? You're like, yeah, kind of like that. That feels good. Because you probably, like me, you maybe have some goofy ones on there. I had dog walker because I like dogs. That was a stupid one. Well, it's not stupid, but that was an out of the box. I like to walk dogs. I don't per se, but I love dogs, and I would probably do it if someone said, hey, I'll give you $5. Can you walk my dog around the block? I'd be like, well, I like exercise. I like dogs. Okay, sure. What the heck? But yeah, that one didn't get circled. It didn't make the cut. I'm not planning on being a dog walker. But there are people out there that might very well be gifted and maybe come up with some sort of crazy scheme where they've got this business that walks dogs. So I don't want to dissuade you, of course, from being the dog walker that you're waiting to be. But again, so you go through and you kind of circle all the ones that really catch your attention. Now, I don't know about you guys. After you do this exercise, hopefully you've listened to my last show where you've gotten 20 or 30 things. But once you've gone through and circled them, like in my case anyways, I had quite a few circled because the stuff I was writing down is stuff I like. It's stuff I'm interested in. But frankly, I can't do everything. And really the whole purpose of this concept right now is to try to dial it in, try to dial it down, right? Try to get a little bit smaller list so you can actually focus on it and make these things happen. And it does tie into the next step, but the next step's actually even somewhat related, or removed, I should say, as well. So this is really kind of the next real key part. So go through your list, circle all the stuff that you really, really feel, and then really what the last step is. And we're making this super sweet, super easy, right? The last step. So you've gone through, you've circled all your stuff. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a third of your list, maybe 2/3 of your list is circled now. Then what you go through and do is you kind of rate them. You rate them on how they feel, on how they really, truly feel. So in my case, I had some crossover. I had a few things that were kind of related. So I'll just give a couple examples. I do IT stuff, right? So I had IT jobs, I had support, IT help, and then I had a business analyst, which is kind of IT focused as well. So what I did is I kind of combined those three and then basically ranked them. I gave them like 3 stars essentially. And then from there, I kind of went through the rest of the stuff, sort of combined it, sort of said, okay, these are things that are similar, and kind of gave them, like I said, like stars. Like that was just how I did it, right? You can do it however you want. You can whatever feels right for you. But really what we're trying to do is we're trying to simplify the list to a degree where there's maybe, I don't know what a good number is, maybe 5, maybe 10 at the tops, right? So you try to get that dialed down a little bit, and then you choose which ones are really, you feel strong. That is your core. Those are the avenues that you're going to focus on. These are the things that you're going to put up on your mirror in your bathroom, and these are the jobs that you're going to think about every single morning. You're going to imagine yourself doing them. Good example for me, I had like voice acting. I've got this YouTube stuff. I got a lot of stuff that's based around broadcasting and voice. So when I'm imagining it with the microphone in my face, the headphones on, kind of that standard thing. And I'm seeing myself doing it, maybe seeing people in the room doing interviews. Again, that's how you kind of imagine it, but you're focused. You've got a very specific, hey, universe, I'm going to be doing this kind of stuff. Thanks for bringing that to me. So that is the key. That is the next step. So now you've got your list. That's what you need to do now, okay? So go through your list, circle out all the stuff, get your top 5, top 10, whatever you got going on, and then you're set and you're good to go. And I'll be following up here, I don't know, probably, a number of days. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the next part. And once I get that dialed in, and it's not that it's tricky, it's just something I think you should spend the time on and do it correctly. So that's how we're talking about, right? Dan, RadioStyle here, trying to make a difference and hoping all of you out there are kind of enjoying the vibe I'm throwing out there. But there you go. Next step, make some circles, rate stuff, and you're on your way to financial freedom and security, and certainly at least taking great steps towards it. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. We'll do more shows for you soon.